Hi, Candy Flames here today with another Yankee Candle chit chat and review, and today we are talking about pecan pie bites. So welcome back if you've been here before, and if you're new to my channel then welcome. I'm really pleased to have you here. Thanks for stopping on by. I'm here for you every single Sunday reviewing usually Yankee candles. So let's jump in. First of all, before I do, as always, hope everybody's had a really good week, and please leave a comment down below. I will get back to you. So I'm going to talk about pecan pie bites now, and then after that I am going to talk a little bit about the signature collection that is now available here in the UK, because I've had a couple of questions on it, so I will do that after I've reviewed this. So pecan pie bites came out a couple of years ago for autumn. It was from I think a collection called Campfire Nights. So we have a description here from Yankee Candle. We have the scent of miniature pastries just right for sharing, with a sweetly spiced filling that's loaded with the scent of toasted pecans. So we have notes, top ones of cinnamon leaf, burnt sugar, raw honey, mid notes of white hazelnut, pecan and dark chocolate. We have base notes of clove, oak wood and smoked cedar. So first of all, what do I think to this? So beautiful coloured wax there. Great looking candle for autumn. The label there, with obviously a pecan pie bite on the front, which you'd expect to see. Yeah, maybe not as pleased with the label as, you know, usually their labels are outstanding. And it is a good label, but I just feel, I don't know, there's just something a bit sort of okay with it. So maybe could have improved a little bit on the label. But my thoughts on this. So first of all, if you don't like cinnamon, then this probably isn't going to be one for you, because the top note there, cinnamon leaf, and you do get that. When the candle's lit and on a cold sniff, the first thing that hits you is the cinnamon. You've got this sweetness there, the burnt sugar. I do detect the burnt sugar. I have to say it's quite cleverly done. You've got on the base there the cloves, the oak wood and the smoked cedar, and that you can get this smokiness coming through. In the middle notes with the white hazelnuts and the pecan, you can pick that up, that nutty aroma. Definitely can pick that up. And that is what I really wanted, because obviously being pecan pie bites, I wanted to be able to smell that nut aroma there. And you definitely can. The dark chocolate, I can sort of detect that now and again. I do pick that sort of chocolatey scent there in the background. And like I say, I can definitely get the burnt sugar. Not so sure on the raw honey. I haven't detected any honey running through it, which was a bit disappointing. But nevertheless, this was well blended. And all the notes, sort of, most of them shone through. And I love this kind of like smokiness that you get with it as well. It's really great for autumn, but I also feel, because with the cinnamon there, anything with cinnamon reminds me of winter time, so this is definitely one that you can use throughout the autumn, going right through into the winter. And being a foodie candle, really, you can, you know, use this any time of year. I have to say I really do like the foodie candles. So like I say, maybe avoid if you don't like cinnamon, because it is the dominant note there. So it's, like I say, it's very well blended. The atmosphere it brings, obviously, like I just said, is the autumn time, winter time. It brings an atmosphere of like coziness, you know, where you want to just snuggle up with a blanket. It's a great one. Come home, you know, light this one up, get under your blanket on the sofa watching your favourite thing on TV, and it's just sort of that, just that autumn vibe, and just makes you feel really cozy and snuggly. It also creates that welcoming atmosphere if people come into your house. Beautiful smell of like pecan pie pastries, basically is what it smells like, with obviously quite heavy on the cinnamon. So it's very welcoming for anyone that comes in. Rooms of this house, any room, it's not going to mask up your cooking smells. It's not that strong enough. I don't feel that it would mask up your cooking smells. And I certainly wouldn't put this, personally, I wouldn't put it in a bathroom. I'm just really, anyone that watches me every week will know that I just don't like food candles going in a bathroom. It's just a big no-no. But apart from that, you know, if you want this in your bedroom, maybe. But I think this is a great one for the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. So really pleased with it. Would I buy it again? I think I would if the price was right. So the throw on this is a 6, 5.5 to 6. I rated this on throw. Very strong on a cold throw, but when lit, I'm not going to say it's not as strong as I would have liked it to be. And these foodie candles I love, and I just love it when they're really strong. And it's not quite that. But having said that, once you let it pull out, and unfortunately it does take a while, but once you sort of got a good wax pull going, then you really get the true sort of throw on it, and it's great. You know, you can walk in the room and you can smell it. Everybody, you know, I asked my son and daughter and my husband and that, and you can smell it when you come into the room. So it's not disappointing in that way. It doesn't travel around the house. You can't smell this one, you know, elsewhere. It's just sort of stays mainly in the living room. That's why I rated it 5.5 to 6, I suppose. But although I was disappointed with it not throwing as much as I wanted it to, I still enjoyed this candle. Like I say, I probably would purchase it if the price was right, but it's not one that's going to be like, oh, I definitely need this in my collection. That's basically how I can sum it up. So yeah, so that's it on that one. Short and sweet. So next week I'm planning to do crisp campfire apples, and the week after that I'm going to do home sweet home. But now I'm going to talk about the signature collection. I've had a few comments because obviously now they've come over here to Yankee Candle UK on our website, and we've got the signature jar, the large signature jar I was looking at today, and the tumbler jar. So I just wanted to run past my thoughts on them. So I know a lot of people have been waiting for these to come to the UK and wanted to try these out. And I think that you're going to get a lot of different opinions. I personally love this shaped jar here, the original one. Something about it for me, you know, sentimental. This is how I think of Yankee Candle in this jar. I love this jar, and I love my Illumilids. I'm a big Illumilid user. I don't ever have a Yankee Candle lit without an Illumilid on it. It helps to make the burn, you know, a lot more cleaner, less sooting. I just love my Illumilids. So with this new one, let me talk about the large signature jar. That's a 567 grams of wax in there. It's a smooth soy wax blend, and that burns from 60 to 90 hours, and it does not fit an Illumilid on. So I know some people are finding the new design of it very sleek, very modern. A lot of people are saying that Yankee candles should move with the times, and their design should, you know, change and move with the times. I do get that. But just personally for me, there's nothing about it I don't like, as in, oh, it's horrible, you know, I can't bear it. But I won't be buying it over this shape jar. I like my Illumilid, and I'm just not really, don't know what it is about it, but I'm not too into the signature jar. Having said that, the tumbler, so the signature jar there is priced, by the way, at $27.99. And then you've got the tumbler, which is $29.99, 567 grams of wax. That's got a 60 to 100 hours burn time. And the lid on that one becomes a coaster. So I don't know what it is about the tumbler, but I'm liking the tumbler. I really like the look of it. I just find it, I don't know, something about it very appealing. I love the way that the lid goes to a coaster. It's probably reminding me, because I was a fan of the Yankee Candle Elevation candles, and that was the same thing. The lid went underneath and turned into, you know, like a base for the candle. And quite a few of the Elevation range I did really enjoy. So the tumblers, I'm probably looking at more of a replacement for the Elevation candles, you know, as they do this, where the lid turns into a coaster, etc. But I like the look of the tumbler. I find it modern. I like the way they've done this sort of, the label on there. And I'm really enjoying something about the tumbler. So I am going to try it. So I've decided, because obviously we've got the Christmas collection coming up that I'm going to review, which is the collection of 5. And I have heard that one of them I'm wanting to try, the Winter Night Stars, I believe, is a bit weaker. Out of the 5, that one was coming out. I've checked out the reviews, and that one's coming out, you know, people are disappointed with the throw on that one. So I have had this before, where a collection comes out and I hear that one's going to be on the weaker side, and I buy it, and it is a disappointment. You spend a lot of money on these candles, and they don't throw how you wanted them to. So I think that I'm going to trust everybody's review out there that this Winter Night Stars is one of them lighter ones, and I'm actually going to purchase that in the tumbler because I want to get my hands on one of these tumblers. I love the look of them. So I'm going to buy all the other 4 in the original jars like this one here, and the Winter Night Stars I will be buying in the tumbler so I can see how it burns and how it performs. But what I'm going to do is after Christmas, and we've got that out of the way and we're going to the new year, I'm going to take one of my all-time favourites, so it'll either be Pink Sands or Midsummer's Night, and I'm going to buy it in the signature jar, the large signature jar, and the tumbler, and have the original jar, and try all 3 and see if I can find any difference in throw, how they burn, you know, just do a bit of review comparing them all. So I will be doing that in the new year, so perhaps leave some comments and see which one you'd like me to do, Pink Sands or Midsummer's Night. And yeah, I will buy it in, so I will have it basically in all 3 different jars to try it out and see, and we can compare it. But at the moment, my thoughts are this jar here in front of me, I can put my Alumilid on it. It's 623 grams of wax with a burn time of 110 to 150 hours. So some of them, yeah, you know, I've moaned about, they're too light, I want them to be stronger. Others of them have been perfect for how I want the candle to perform and the throw. So I don't think I'm going to be like, oh, that's it, I'm not buying these ones no more now. I'm going to be buying them in the other formats of the tumbler and the signature jar. That's not going to happen. I'm still going to be purchasing them like this, but just maybe some of the lighter ones, if they are throwing more, then I might purchase some of the tumblers, if that makes sense. So let me know your thoughts and opinions if you're here in the UK and what you're thinking to these, the signature collection. Are you going to be swapping out these jars and just completely going with the other ones? Or let me know. I'm really interested to hear everybody's thoughts. And obviously if you're in America, you've had these out a lot longer, the signature collection. So let me know your opinions on it and the performance, you know, compared to this one. It just seems crazy, doesn't it though? Because like they're coming out at $27.99 and the tumbler at $29.99, the same sort of price as what these original jars are, which these original ones on the UK website are $27.99. So they're coming out at the same price, yet this one will last you between 110 and 150 hours, and the others sort of only between 60 and 90 and 60 and 100 there. So I don't know, you know, do you really want to be spending the same amount of money for a candle that's not going to last you nowhere near as long and just is a little bit better on the throw? I don't know. This is where I'm going to have to try them out and see how they perform and see what that throw's like. And if it, you know, knocks my socks off, so to speak, then I might start buying a few in the tumbler, like I said. So, yeah, that's it. So I will be back next week with this crisp campfire apples. And like I say, the week after, we're going into Home Sweet Home. And then, sorry, just having a look at my notes here to see what else we've got coming up, because I have wrote it down. Then I think I'm going to do mulberry and fig, and then we'll be at Halloween, so I'm jumping into the witch's brew, and then yeah, we'll sort of be going a bit more Christmassy after that. So I hope everybody has a really good week, and I will be back next week.